Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining. We are at the third part of the Tamara Lich bail hearing today. We're attempting to give you an interpretation of what's happening here in as close to real time as we can without breaking the law, which is an important aspect of this. If we want to uphold the rule of law, then we have to uphold the rule of law, unless, of course, it's something that is just bad for humanity or bad for the people, then I think it's behooving to good people to stand up against that in whatever responsible manner that we can. That's my little pitch. So I started here just a little bit early so I could settle into it. As you'll notice, I have an orb of infinity above my head. We've done a little outfit change. Thank you, truckers. Truck, yeah. Yeah, the truckers thing, I'd like to weigh in on it from our perspective. I know a lot, they start talking about organizers and giving directions. There's some text about gridlocking the city between Tamara and some others. And I think it's hilarious that these justice people and court people and police people and government people think that everyone is following someone's direction. You see, that's the thing they'll never be able to wrap their heads around. A true movement is somewhat directionless. I know that sounds kind of weird, but at least it's leaderless. It should be. And that was totally my experience of Ottawa. I last night sat down and reviewed some of the footage of when I was arrested in Ottawa the last time. I've been arrested twice now, and I'm not proud of it. I don't like it. I don't think it's a thing that people should strive for. Losing your bodily autonomy under the forceful will of another who does not believe the way you do and under threat of violence is not fun. And it's something that people shouldn't have to go through, especially if they didn't do anything to warrant it. But anyway, I was reviewing that footage and I was just thinking, man, we gotta do what we gotta do to make things better. All right, we're at 2 o'clock right now. I'm just preambling a little bit, but we have to control that which we can control and let go of everything else. Folks, we have a corner on our own self-market if we choose to exercise that. What that means is the capacities that we as humans have, that we share as humans, each one of us can harness to a greater or lesser degree. How do we do that? Well, it's up to the different individuals, but I would suggest when there's a time of things that aren't going very right, that we need to focus on ourselves, our families, what we can do to make the thing better, and others also. And in this case, we're focusing on another who has been accused of some horrendous crimes that include jail time of up to 10 years, clearly. And now we're back in court. So I'm going to give you what's being said. Same people were in the courtroom before. He asked about waiting for an officer to come in before we start. That was the judge. We're just waiting in court. It's funny, the judge is sitting there drinking out of a cup. And he kicked somebody out earlier for coming into the courtroom with a cup. I never noticed that before. That's interesting. It's interesting. You know what? I'm going to take the glasses off. I don't like seeing what's going on. It confuses the auditory. I'm just going to stick to the auditory, okay, guys? I'll make observations as suited, but doesn't look like Tamara is in the courtroom yet. On the screen, you've got three angles. You've got one of the judge and what's behind him with two Canada flags. You've got, that's in the top left-hand corner. The second one is of the courthouse from the back wall point of view. There are a half a dozen benches behind a desk, behind another desk at which the Crown Attorney is sitting on the far side and Tamara's lawyer is sitting on the near side. Now you'll note that Tamara's lawyer has a mask on. And then there's a person in the middle, and I'm not sure, that's probably the court clerk. Yeah, they look like they've got their screen lit up by a screen, so possibly. So it's solemn. It's got a red velvet carpet down. Is there any other insignias anywhere? No, it's just all wood paneling. All wood paneling with 2 Canada flags. And dude sitting up top in his big bench and others down below. It seems to be a primarily male audience. It's difficult to tell gender from this angle. Judge is just staring out. Like, he's not looking at his papers or anything. He's just looking forward. He's got his hand to his mouth like this. I'll pretend I'm a judge. He does have glasses, so I should probably stay consistent with that. I'm going to be a judge for a little while, see what that's like. Yeah. Oh, he is? No, he's looking off to his right now. He's not reading the paper. No, he's not. Looking around the court, looking down, looking up. Oh, the masked cop just came in with Tamara, who sat down. She had something in her hand, is taking off her sweater. You're not permitted to make any recording of these proceedings or screen captures of, it's an offense under section whatever, and it may constitute contempt of court if you record, screenshot, publish, or broadcast the court hearing or any portion of it, or otherwise disseminate such a record, and our other internet sites with the express permission of the court. And turn cell phones off, keep them on silent mode. Email change, this is the judge speaking. Exhibit A is what he's asking for. Anything preliminary before we continue, Mr. Pringy? Shouldn't it be an actual exhibit on the application for my friend to compel disclosure? Because I don't think it's an exhibit for the purpose of this hearing. Very well, the judge says. Normally, it's not my practice to have email exchange between lawyers, but I respect what you're saying. Belay that, madam. The next exhibit, please. Exhibit number 3 in sequence. Your Honor, if I could request, I believe Mrs. Leach is going to be taking the stand soon. Before that, I'm going to request an order excluding the surety from the proceedings. I don't know whether she's on the webinar or not. I'm just checking the names, Mr. Brown, and I do not see anyone. But perhaps, no objection, Mr. Greenspan. The lawyer has no objections of her being excluded. It's so ordered. The judge said, hold on, we want to make sure she's not, There you go. And her name's not there, Your Honor. Perhaps remind people on the webinar that there's a publication, against the publishing of her name. Okay, so we can't talk about who the person is. Now, Mrs. Leach is getting up. The cop's opening a glass door. She's got a water bottle in her hand. Tamara does. Her hair's up in a bun. She's walking to the bench behind the lawyers and in front of the jury. The cop is showing her the way. Oh, no, she's going all the way past. Oh, here, okay, so this is a new camera angle. So they've got a camera angle straight on the, where she's going to be testifying, and it's to the left-hand side of the judge. Testimony today. I'll swear in a document. She's asking her how she wants to swear in. She's swearing in on a document, putting her hand on a book. She's got to state her name. And she's stating her name. Do you solemnly swear that the evidence that you're going to provide is the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth? I do swear. Thank you very much. Cross-examination, please. She's taking a seat to the left of the judge. at a level a little bit below. It's the Crown talking now. Miss Leach, do you remember you were in a bail review hearing before Justice? She does. And there's some questions asked to you about a pendant that was sent to you by Miss Forzier this week. She acknowledged it. After that bail hearing, they're zooming in on her face now. Did you have a conversation with your sister about that? Yes, we did. Yes, we did talk about it, yes. And who initiated the conversation? I don't remember. Who initiated it? And what was said by whom? Well, we just discussed the photo and the circumstances surrounding the photograph. Why I had sent it to her. And why I had sent the photograph to the lady in Thailand. Looks like the Crown Attorney is looking for something at this point. The Crown Attorney's name is Moyaz Karimji. Did you tell your sister that you did not expect Forzia to put it on and use it as a promotional picture? As a promotional picture, yes. Yes. I don't know if I used that word. I thought it was like for a personal page. I'm going to give, are you able to see the screen right there? She has to stand up. He's going to do something to fix it. She's standing up with her arms crossed in front of her, facing towards the judge, looking at a screen beyond the judge's view. Or not beyond the judge's view, but to, past the judge's face. Are you able to see? He says, yes, I can. She says, yes, I can. So, oh, hold on. You know what? I can't use these glasses. Okay, you know what? I'm going to cancel and delete this and start over. I'll explain why later.